All right, guys, so welcome to the No Limits podcast. This is the first episode with a very special guest, the one and only Keemstar. And thank you to Fight Lounge for co-hosting this with me. And this is, so Keem, so this is a new podcast I've started, the No Limits podcast. It's to inspire people to have various different guests on. And I shot my shot on Twitter in your comments. You trolled me a little bit with the, bro, you only have 19 followers. And I was like, damn, he's about to roast me. And then I saw I'm down to come on. So once again, thank you for that, man. I really appreciate it.
I mean, I love the fact that people are making podcasts, even like really, really small. I mean, this is your first podcast ever, right?
Sure.
And I didn't really troll you. I was just making a little joke, like, bro, you only have 19 followers. So yeah, sure, I'm down. Like the thing is, it's like we are in a time right now on the internet where people respond to social media posts or news by not even giving their opinion. It's a lot of just talking trash, ratio, memes, like fucking
ass.
Dude, when I post a tweet, like there's so many unrelated memes. Like it just doesn't even make sense to the post. Like, so it's like there's a big part of the conversation that is just gone. Like I feel like average viewers feel like, what's the point of giving their opinion because no one's going to read it? Like, so they don't, and they just talk shit or post a meme or whatever. I'm seeing less and less YouTube comments, not just on my videos, but all videos in general. And, you know, I feel like conversation is dead on TikTok. You look at the comment section and talking shit gets risen to the top, and there's no opinions based on the content that you're viewing. Conversation is dead all over the internet. It's dying everywhere. So, you know, there's a reward system online that we are seeing, and it's the likes, right? Now, likes and retweets and all that shit is important to me because I'm an influencer, right? But it's now ingrained in the head of the average viewer. So the 2 likes, the 3 likes or whatever it is a fail. Like 10 likes is a huge win. And that is so important to the average viewer. And it's changed the entire landscape of the goddamn internet, bro. Like it's so insane. So the reason why you're seeing these memes and the mean comments and stuff like that, which look, that was always a part of the internet, right? Trolling, whatever, but they're not trolling as much as they're just trying to get that 10 or 15 or 30 likes, right? Because if they get that, then that's a huge win. They did something. That's a reward system. But you did nothing. You did nothing. And we've lost our goddamn conversation. Back in the day on YouTube, it was absolutely brilliant. Back in the day on YouTube, when you uploaded a video, there was a section below your video, which were the replies to the video. Basically, like if Logan Paul uploaded a video, you can make your own video on YouTube, and it would sit right underneath Logan's video. I forgot what that was called. But they got that. Yeah, dude. They got rid of it because there were these reply girls that hacked the system. These girls would like get their boobies out. This is way back. I'm talking like 2010 when this was on YouTube. These girls with big boobies, they would reply to every viral video, and that's how they built their channel. And YouTube's like, you know what, let's just get rid of this. It's not being used the right way. And it just killed conversation. The conversation is just dying everywhere. Dude, we're at the point where like there used to be a 10-minute video from a YouTuber with their opinions. You remember that? There'd be a subject, you would upload a 10-minute video with their opinions on the subject. There'd be conversations going back and forth. And not just in the commentary community, but like other big influencers like KSI would upload a video 10 minutes long about his thoughts on whatever, right? People don't even do that anymore. Like right now that... What?
No, like I agree. It's crazy. I don't understand why, but like if people care so much about clicks, likes, bro, that brings in views. I would love to hear KSI speak 10 minutes about some YouTube drama. Like you know what I mean? Rather than like a 2-minute clip of him on Reddit.
I mean,
continue.
It's absolutely horrible. We have a lost conversation we have lost conversation online. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm implementing a system on DramaAlert where we post a story on DramaAlert.com, not YouTube, but on the .com. You can react to that story, but you can't type anything. You can't type. You have to make a video response on your phone. You know, you get like 30 seconds to a minute or whatever. And we're building this platform where, like, dude, if you have an opinion on this, turn on your camera, speak, talk. Like, I want to try to encourage conversation. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of meme stuff, a lot of stupid videos that are unrelated, whatever. Those will just get banned instantly because that, like, I need conversations back. And one of the last forms of conversation that exists online, in my opinion, are these podcasts.
I have, if you don't mind, I want to come here, and Kim said a great point. Because even when it comes to podcasts, it used to be you will watch the 30-minute, 4-minute, or hour. But now, and you know, I'm guilty of this, I go straight to the clips versus watching the whole hour. And when you just watch the clips, it's that 2-minute clip, but you don't get the whole flow. You don't see how they got to this conversation point.
Yeah. I mean, it just happened to me today. There was the Wade podcast with Deji. He went on there.
Yeah.
I was about to bring that up. Yeah.
I wasn't able to watch the full podcast. I saw what Deji posted a clip Gibb posted a clip of that podcast on Twitter where Deji basically said, like, if Austin can withhold the fast punches or something like that of Gibb, he's gonna mop the floor with Gibb, like suggesting Gibb will lose. Mm-hmm. And so I asked my team for more context. They gave me a minute of the video, right? A minute. Like, so, you know, Gibb's video is like 30 seconds long. I asked my team for more context. They give me a minute. Now I have a minute of this conversation, and it's still the same context. Deji's basically saying that, you know, Gibb's going to lose, right? Mm-hmm. So I cover a whole DramaAlert video on it today, and Gibb reacting to it, because then Gibb responds on Twitter basically saying, well, Deji's going to lose to Alex Wasabi or whatever. And I cover all that today, and Wade's like, just so you know, like, Deji was saying that Gibb was going to win the whole time. And it's like, but what? I have a full minute of conversation, though, saying otherwise.
Well, see, I can't even say, because that would drop on Sunday, and I was watching the Super Bowl. So even I haven't even seen that video, so I didn't know the context. I thought it was like you. I was like, oh, snap, Deji. Only reason I said because King Kennedy was asked by Wade, and King Kennedy said, I'm leaning towards Austin. So when I saw that, and then when I saw that clip, the Gibb post, I said, maybe they know something about Gibb that we don't. That's why, you know. So I was right with you. I was like, damn, maybe, you know.
I'm gonna say this right now. An Isan Gibbs fight with Jake Paul just showed, like, there are levels to this, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There are levels to this. I was told by everyone Taylor Holder was a good fighter. I still believe Taylor Holder is a good fighter.
I do
but
too.
Taylor Holder can't fight against someone like Gibb. It's clear as day. He can't fight against someone like Taylor Holder. Was trained as a traditional boxer, right? Like, now, when we're talking about Austin McBroom versus Gibb, bro, I don't know. Austin McBroom is an athlete. Austin McBroom is fast. He is fast. Yeah. Gibb comes up doing, you know, what he normally does to opponents. Can he hit? Can he hit Austin's going to be moving. Like, this is the one thing I kept saying why Austin was going to beat Bryce Hall is Austin is just athletic and fast. And that's part of Gibbs' advantage is he is also just relentless, like Tasmanian devil, just going. So it's really going to be interesting to see how this fight plays out. But I'm leaning, and I love Gibb to death. And Gibb, listen, you proved me wrong before. Just don't get mad at me. Just take it as motivation. But I think Austin does win.
I think the one thing about that is with Gibb, I'm not sure he has that knockout power. That's my thing.
I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares. I don't think he's ever tried to knock anyone out. I think Gibb is just trying to hit you 100 times before you blink.
Hey, a W to W.
Yeah.
So here's the thing with, in my opinion of that. I think Austin does have power. I think he showed it in the Bryce Hall fight. I think Bryce Hall did show a little bit of heart. Also, people got to realize the gloves were 16 ounces. It's really hard to knock someone out with 16 ounces. Like, who knows? Maybe Gibb could have knocked out Taylor Holder with if it was like 10-ounce gloves. But I am also leaning towards Austin McBroom winning that fight.
Jake Paul has that killer in him, right?
Facts.
And
Facts.
He really does. He's got that evil, like, killer type instinct in him, psychopath energy, right? I'm sorry, but Austin McBroom also has the same fucking thing going on, right? I'm not talking about any skill. I'm not talking about anything physical. I'm talking mental, like mentality, like the mind, bro. Those two have killer in their brains, bro. I don't know how to explain it better than what I just said, but yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Like, honestly, biasness aside, who do you think wins between KSI and Jake Paul? And they both get a training camp. I know you're a KSI guy, but unbiasedly, who do you think wins that fight?
I think that if those two fight 3 months from now, or let's just say 6 months from now, I think if those two fight, that Jake Paul will win. Okay. Now, I also think if KSI fights Austin or he fights someone else that's good before, I think KSI wins.
But don't you agree? Don't you agree?
That's fair.
If that fight happened after Jake versus Gibb, that would have been a 50-50 fight. The betting odds might have even had KSI as the favorite. But now I don't know, Jake, experience is a big deal in this game. Jake's got so much experience. He literally knocked out a former UFC champion. You think KSI fighting Austin McBroom gives him that same experience?
Yeah, but you also have to take into consideration that there is no fucking way that KSI should be able to beat Logan Paul, but he gets a tie with him. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes and beats him. There's no fucking way. Like, bro, you go look at KSI even after he fights Joe Weller, and you go look at Logan Paul, who's just making stupid vlogs. Like, even in that scenario, KSI cannot beat Logan Paul, but he gets a draw with him?
Bro, he arguably won that fight as well.
Yep. All I'm saying is, you know, we're talking about Jake and Austin. I'm saying killer instinct in their brain with KSI. That is a brain that is just like nothing I've ever seen. The KSI's mental capacity to just win is so ridiculous and so insane. Like, there's no fucking way this overweight comedy cracking jokes dude, like, I got a Lambo, there's no fucking way that dude stands toe to toe with Logan Paul and does it. Like, it's just fucking insane, that guy's brain. And like, right after that fight, I'm in the KSI after party. I'm sitting down and I'm talking to him, and I just like staring at him in awe, like awkwardly. And I'm like, bro, your fucking brain. Like, how did you do that? Like, mentally, how did you fucking do that?
Man, you mind if I come in here for, I know I'll switch topics a little bit, but back on you, King. You made an announcement in this video that, there was speculation that you was going to retire from DramaAlert. But then you did a 180 and you said, no, I decided not to. Speak a little bit about that, because a lot of people was like, yo, Keem's gonna retire soon. I was like, damn, but you changed.
Well, I'm getting old. And look, dude,
I am too.
I'm turning 40 next month. DramaAlert takes a lot of my time. And I got a lot of other businesses. I have a lot of other things going on. Like, I'm building games, I'm building platforms, I'm buying property, I'm remodeling.
Is Fortnite Friday back?
Yeah, I want to do gaming tournaments. I want to make real documentaries, like not YouTube stuff, but like Netflix stuff. There's just so much on my plate outside of DramaAlert that people don't realize that I do and what I'm involved in. And I don't want to be the daily host, man. Like I want to be able to focus on some other things. And I'm also getting kind of too old, right? Like when I'm sitting there talking about some TikTokers that are like 17 years old, caught kissing and cheating on another one, it comes across a little weird coming from me, right? But dude, at the end of the day, someone that is like in their early 20s that's doing entertainment news, they don't have the scoop. I got the scoop because I got on the phone with these goddamn influencers and figured out, okay, who's cheating on who? You know what I mean? So it's like, I have the advantage. I don't know. At the end of the day, I really just, I've been doing this for way too long and I want to focus on other things, but you got Facebook changing their name to Meta. You got YouTube announcing that they're going to allow viewers to own YouTube videos as an NFT. You got billionaires from every corner of the planet getting ready and gearing up for Web 3.0, which no one knows what that is. The metaverses, which no one even knows what that is, right? But basically the entire internet is going to change. Blockchain technology, NFT technology, crypto gaming technology, all this stuff is going to change the entire landscape as we know it. One of the key things is you might not experience the internet on your phone or on your desktop anymore. That might not be how you experience the internet. You might be putting some type of glasses on your head and you will be experiencing, the internet completely different. You'll be there with me. Right? I'm sitting there hosting a DramaAlert. You're standing right next to me in a virtual world. That is the future, right?
Yeah.
I got to make sure that DramaAlert and the company that I'm building is like exist in this future, right? So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. I also need to find a host, somebody that can actually be entertaining and present the news, because there's it's not just be an entertaining guy and come get your check and read a script. There is no script, bro. Like my news team will gather news for you, but you got to pick what stories, you got to pick what you're going to say. You got to individually research those stories so what you're saying is going to be correct. You got to, film a video. You got to edit a video. You got to upload a video. You got to do titles, tags. You have to do the whole thing. And to find someone that could do that is like near impossible.
No, I agree. Also have. Yeah, sorry.
One more thing, and I said you also gotta have someone who have that passion. That's gonna be the hardest thing,
right? If I don't care about a story, like truly don't care about a story, you could tell when I'm talking about it. I just breeze right through it. Like, this is happening. I know some people care about, or I don't cover it at all because I don't give a shit, right? But when I do have an interest or I do get excited about a story, right? I wouldn't say that it's like 100% authentic, right? Like I'm doing showmanship, right? I'm presenting the news, so it's not 100% authentic. But if I'm excited about it a little bit, I'm going to emphasize that and show that I'm really excited about it, to an audience to get them excited. I mean, I see it on the YouTube comments all the time. People are like, they're like, I don't even care about this news, but I like how Keemstar tells the story type of shit. And, that's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah, like as I was going to say, I've been watching DramaAlert. Like I'm a huge fan. And when you were looking for co-hosts, when people were substituting in, I'm going to be honest with you, it just didn't feel the same. I feel like you are DramaAlert. I know you said the opposite, that DramaAlert is its own thing, but I think you add a special component to it, and having you not retired it's a big deal. Like,
I am gonna find that person to replace
tough,
me.
Though, right? Like,
that will happen. But like, one of the guys that I had on recently, Willie Mack. I think Willie Mack does a great job.
He was great. He was phenomenal. Yeah.
And so I brought Willie Mack on as like my birthday is coming up next month. I got to leave for a week. Like I'm going somewhere doing something. It's my fucking 40th birthday. I'm out, right? Like someone's got to cover the news. That's the one thing that, another thing that people don't understand how stressful being the DramaAlert host is like, you're on call 24/7, bro. Imagine if I had plans to go out with my friends to go out to a bar or whatever the case is, right? And let's say it started somewhere in the afternoon. Like, let's say we wanted to head out at like, I don't know, 4 p.m. Eastern to have a great night, dinner and all that stuff. And Jake Paul gets in a car accident, right? And he's in an ICU. I'm not going to the fucking dinner party. I can't go to the dinner party, bro.
Yeah.
I got 5 million fucking people counting on me to go get the details to let me know if Jake Paul is going to survive this goddamn crash, bro. Like, it's a different world, man.
Crazy, man. Like, and you were talking about NFTs. I wanted to ask you a question. So I remember you asked FaZe Banks this on the Mom's Basement podcast, but it wasn't really answered. This is a question that I also wanted the answer to. It's so we talk about NFTs a lot. You talk about them. FaZe Banks talks about them. Logan Paul talks about them. But not everyone can afford an NFT that's that expensive, right? So what advice do you give people who maybe have $1,000, $200, $400, who are young? How should they get into the NFT space?
Well, if you have $1,000, you can afford, projects like, one that just comes to mind because I own a ton of them is Andy Milonakis's Goat Soup project, right? You can get in the floor there at around $600, $700, but a lot of people don't even have that, right? Yeah. So I would say, like, if you're a guy sitting there with like maybe $200 to spend, I would just focus on making your accounts, getting your username locked down, stuff like that. There are a lot of projects that, excuse me, I'm drinking a Diet Coke and I'm burping uncontrollably over here. There are a lot of projects that completely fell off, right? One of them was this project called Noodles, or I'm probably saying it wrong.
Doodles, right? I think so.
Yeah. So these guys, basically, the owners were scammers of some type, right? They were hiding their identity. The project just crashes and fails, right? However, the community had a vote and they put new people in charge and they got rid of the owners. Now the original owners have no control of this fucking thing, but the prices are still low. The new people in charge just did a deal with Bud Light, okay? Like Budweiser, and there was a Noodles sunglasses in a fucking Super Bowl commercial last night, right?
Wow.
These things are still $200. Yo, if you got $200, you can still get one of these things. Bro, that project right now, this project is making a little bit of a comeback, Okay. And dude, it could go to zero. It might be dead forever. You might lose, but it also could go to 1 ETH. Your $200 could turn into $3,000. You don't know. Nobody can predict the future. But what I'm saying is, it's not about how much money you really have. If you have really little money, you can still get in the NFT space. But better yet, imagine if you have no money, none. If you have access to the internet, you can still fucking make your accounts, get set up, wait until you do have some money, maybe make a project yourself. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you can make your own project and see if you can get people interested into it and, make money that way. Then you could dude, there's so much stuff you can do. But the main reason why I say if you have absolute no money, make your accounts, get your accounts set up, get your MetaMask set up, get your OpenSea set up, lock all that stuff down, is because this is happening now. Video games in the future will be play to earn. You play the video game, they give you cryptocurrency, right? For whatever it is. Most games have their own cryptocurrency, right? And with that cryptocurrency, you can go and buy skins in the game or whatever, which are NFTs. So you're basically getting NFTs for free. Or you can take that cryptocurrency from in-game currency or whatever, and then you can go on an exchange site and exchange that for Ethereum, exchange it to US dollars, whatever. If you have no money, you can still partake in this 1,000%. You know what the problem is? We see so much hate against this NFT space, the metaverse, Web 3.0, so much hate against this. And it's from people that have done absolutely zero research. Dude, if I want to know fucking anything, you know what I do? I go to youtube.com and search it. I go to Google and search it, and I don't listen to one person's stupid fucking opinion because it's probably stupid. I listen to 10 people's opinion, and then I take the consensus from all of them, and I'm like, okay, this is probably the right path to go. But people are lazy. They want to find somebody they trust online. They want to hear what they say, and they just want to follow them, right? You can't do that. You can't do the sheep shit. You can't have someone tell you where to go, and then you just go. No, you have to be the fucking wolf, and you have to go check out all these sheep and make sure all these sheep are saying the same thing before you decide where to fucking put them. You know, like there's a lot of criticism when it comes to knowledge to the individual person, because we are in an exciting moment in history right now where knowledge is absolutely free. Back in the day, kings and the rich had access to the books. They were the only ones that could even fucking read. They were the only ones that had access to knowledge, right? And then, of course, as we got more advanced, we had schools, public schools. We even had colleges, right, where would teach you stuff, but you had to pay to college, right? Most Americans were fucking stupid, like in the 50s and 60s. They didn't know shit, right? Because the only way you knew something is if you went to school, if you went to college, right? Or if you went and bought a bunch of books, you had to actually purchase a book to learn something, right? Those days are all gone. There is no gates stopping anyone from knowledge. It's all available 24/7. And you still have people that grew up in this atmosphere of having all the knowledge of the world being like not knowing how to do shit. It's so crazy.
I think if I can jump in, I think like I have no knowledge of NFT, crypto, or even web. When I heard Web 3.0 was on your show, I was like, hold up, what is this? I think when you talk about people who have a little less money or no money, if I was them, I would have a show on YouTube, TikTok, and just have I know there was a Fortnite kid and all he did was talk about Fortnite. Imagine there was a kid who only talked about NFTs, who only talked about crypto and gave updates. Like, boom, that's a lane right there. And I would watch it because I have zero knowledge of it.
You know what I really want to do on Mom's Basement is I want to talk to banks and talk about maybe we should just get experts in the NFT space on here. Because me and Banks talk about it, but Banks is kind of an expert in the NFT space, but we don't know shit about fucking code. We don't know shit about new technology. I mean, we have ideas. There's things that we'd like to see. I mean, we both have very good minds when it comes to coming up with ideas and business ideas and designing and shit, right? But as far as implementing that stuff, that would be really challenging. Maybe, it would be smart for us to have developers on, people that can do smart contracts, et cetera, and kind of explain this stuff in layman's terms and why something is the way it is. Like, it's crazy, bro. Dude, I got so much free money from companies that want to compete with OpenSea. And for those that don't know, OpenSea is basically like a marketplace for NFTs. There's other marketplaces popping up, and how they promoted their their company is they gave free cryptocurrency to anybody that uses OpenSea. Like if you had an account and you bought any NFT, they gave you free currency. It was wild, dude. One day I woke up, I had $6,000 for nothing. I immediately traded it because I didn't believe in the project, right? I didn't believe in this new thing that they were doing. But I was able to just transfer that into Ethereum, and I got 2 Ethereum. I got fucking $6,000 for free. This is such a crazy time. And, I made a couple tweets saying that I kind of like the hate against the NFT space because I'm going to be so far advanced than the normal people. I'm going to get such a good head start.
I remember when people shit on Bitcoin. That's when I was in high school. And now, I'm 30. I'm like, damn, I probably should have looked into that decades ago.
I bought Bitcoin for $7.50 in the summer of 2012, and literally everybody laughed at me. They weren't laughing a couple years later.
You still own it?
What's that?
Do you still own the amount you bought?
I sold a big portion at around 2,500. I made a lot of money.
Wow. This guy's a self-made millionaire. You're crazy, Keem. All right, Keem, let's talk about Happy Punch promotion. I know you said you're busy with businesses. Is Happy Punch one of them?
Oh yeah. Me and Fuzi are really working on making a boxing media brand. We have been crushing it on Instagram. You know, our Happy Punch on Instagram just crushes because like we're first to the story. We have great graphics. We tell the entire story in one little post. It's not like, you know, it doesn't take a lot of your time. Me and Fuzi and Happy Punch signed a fighter, Dean the Great, amazing fighter. We're excited about getting him in the ring, getting him a fight. And then we're also working on a boxing event, which is going to be absolutely huge. And it's happening this year.
Can you say when?
Yeah.
Like which month?
No.
Not yet. No. You guys reference is A1. Shout out to Alex.
Yeah. Alex is our head guy over at Happy Punch that runs the Instagram, and he crushes. Like we got the right guy for the job.
Big facts.
So Keem, more about Happy Punch, right? I remember once you said that you want to make it kind of like a UFC type of thing where you have like monthly pay-per-views. Is that still like in the works? Maybe like 2-4 pay-per-views in a year? Like sign many fighters, right?
I don't know when I said that, and I have a lot of NDAs and stuff like that, so I don't know if I can answer. I don't think I can legally answer that question without getting myself in trouble.
I do know on the tour space, you said like you guys want to do multiple events per year, and it was going to be more subscription than pay-per-views. I do know you said that on the tour space, but that was like November, December of 2021.
Yeah, I think that might be before I locked down some contracts and stuff. I don't think I could say. I don't think I could really say what I'm doing right now, but I will soon.
Gotcha. One more thing, before you head out of here, man. What is something that you want to see the future of the internet, the future of YouTube, the future of influencers? Is it like again, I would love to see a show or something explaining crypto because I'm ignorant of it. I don't know anything about it. Is that something? Do you want to see influencers become businessmen? You see with Keemstar and Logan with Prime, or what do you want to see in the next 5 years? Influencers step up and do.
Well, I've seen influencers take over the music world, take over boxing, do amazing things. But my biggest concern on the internet right now is probably information. And, we've seen it in the political sphere over the last, I would say 6 years, that our news organizations on both sides of the political landscape just lie to us, right? We're constantly being lied to. There's interest of both sides, and so they just lie. Like it's so insane. During the pandemic, we've been lied to so much by so many different people. It's just it's so weird to live in this world, right? What I'm starting to see in the entertainment social media side of things is I'm seeing people popping up like covering entertainment news that just lie. Like there's so much fake news going on right now and fake storylines. And I think one of my biggest fears is fake news, not just in the political side of things, but in entertainment and in every aspect. And I guess the problem is when platforms try to shut down fake news, sometimes they're shutting down correct news, right? And this was the whole war against the conspiracy theories and everything else. You see these platforms trying to shut down fake news. And then later we find out, well, that conspiracy theory was true. So, YouTube, Snapchat, whoever, right, ended up banning someone for a take that they had, which was considered a dangerous conspiracy theory, and now it's true. And it's like, this conversation is kind of going full circle, because it comes down to just that: conversations, right? The more conversations we have, the better chance we have to getting to the truth. The more opinions that are out there, the more people that are talking, the more people that are allowed to talk, the better chance we are to getting to the truth, or getting enough information, get enough details coming into our brains where we can make a good informative decision on what's true and what's not true. And so I know this doesn't answer your question, but I'll try to answer it. And what I want to see in the future is I don't want to see that I am the only one with a microphone, or these other influencers are the only ones with a microphone. I want viewers to have a microphone as well. And I want it to be more of a conversation. This is my biggest fear online, is that we're kind of reverting back to, the days of TV where there were only 2 or 3 channels that were talking and nobody could talk back. Like, the guy had to just watch the TV. He didn't have access to talk back. I'm seeing that in the comments section, and I'm seeing that more and more, where viewers are losing their ability to speak back. And so in the future with the metaverse, with virtual reality, Web 3.0, I hope that is more of a conversation amongst everyone. Because if we can get to that, then we can get to a smarter, better, truthful world.
So instead of silencing people and deplatforming people, you want more people to speak up and voice their opinions.
Let them talk. Let them talk. You know what the best way to shut down a bad opinion?
A good opinion?
A good opinion. That's right.
So, Keem, I'm actually from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I've seen you tweet about the truckers protest, right, in support of them. And I just want to ask, what's your thoughts on Justin Trudeau?
I don't like him. I think all Canadians need to get rid of him. I think the restrictions and the lockdowns that you guys have been dealing with has been way over the top. Way over the top. The fact that they would go after truckers who are essential workers. I mean, during the pandemic, when there's no vaccines, these guys are still working. They're still giving food to everyone. They're still hauling goods back and forth. Why go after them? They're in their cab of their truck. They're not even in some dangerous area. Why sit there and force those guys to have vaccinations? And by the way, I'm not anti-vax in any way. I'm vaccinated. I feel like every adult should be vaccinated. But you know what I also feel? I don't feel that any fucking government should be able to force any one of their citizens to get a medical procedure. That's insane. That's anti-freedom. So yeah, I think that guy needs to go. His own party hates him. His opponents obviously hate him. He's lost support across the board. That guy needs to go. And now I just seen he's announcing that, that he went and arrested these protesters, right? In America, you can't do that. You can't go and just arrest people that are protesting. That's a God-given right to protest, right? They can't silence you. Well, he went and just arrested all these guys. Now, apparently you can do that in Canada. If I just want to say to the Canadian people, I see what's going on over there. I don't like it. And, every once in a while, you'll come across these weird individuals online that are actually in support of the prime minister over there. And I find that so weird. It's you got these people walking around begging to be slaves of a government, right? This is not about getting, vaccinated or not. That's not what this is about, right? This is about the government telling you have to. Those are two different things. If you want to sit here and say people should get vaccinated, it's a smart thing to do, it keeps everyone safe, fine. if you want to say the government should force people to get vaccinated, what the hell are you talking about, bro? What if you get some crazy guy in there as the prime minister that decides that everybody in the country should take a cyanide pill, right? Like, dude, you're the one that backed us up that the government can force a medical procedure. Like, you're the one that did that. You set this precedent. You're insane, people. You're absolutely insane. And I know you're the minority because everyone else disagrees with you, but bro, you're insane.
And I think, Colin, you just said, like, we need more people to voice their opinion, like, speak up and have their own. Because there are people who hear it, it's like, oh, no, Keem, you don't understand. They want to silence you.
Yeah. I got time for one more question.
Okay, so I got fan questions on Twitter. I'll ask you those. Just answer them real quick. So someone asked, thoughts on Deji versus Wasabi?
I think Wasabi's going to win.
Wasabi, okay. Well, okay, next question. Sniper Wolf or Pokey?
Neither.
Okay. And then last question. What music does Keemstar listen to?
Primarily hip-hop.
Hip-hop? Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you, Keemstar, for coming on. I don't know who else can say that they had Keemstar on as their first episode. It's an honor. And it was nice talking to you, man. And thank you, Fight Lounge, for co-hosting.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
See you, man.
All right. Peace out, man. Peace out. That was great, man.